Howdy doody fellas, it is your host Super Poopie. Anyways, today I don't want to show my face too much because I'm a little filthy. You know, I was messing around with my dog. We were chasing cats outside. I actually killed one of them by biting it in the neck. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do such a thing. Actually, my dog has been really aggressive towards little cats, and there's a lot of stray cats here. But anyways, that is besides the point. Today we have a special video. Anyways, and I'm showing my face. I feel really insecure. So over here we have our World War I officer's uniform. It arrived yesterday night. I honestly expected it to arrive in the morning, but apparently mail arrives at night too. So that's pretty good. Yes, it is green and it's got lovely red piping. I'm not sure if I said it before. This is an officer's uniform. Very lovely. So we'll be reenacting a World War I officer's uniform. And you may be asking, like, hey dude, what's up with the SS uniform? What are you gonna do with that? Well guys, YouTube does not take too friendly to Nazi symbolism. And well, the SS uniform, it's got like a swastika on the sleeve. It's got the SS symbol on the collar tabs. The Knight's Cross has a swastika. YouTube is not gonna have it, And World War I, it was more of just a political disagreement war, arms race, many other things. Mainly it was just young men fighting for old greedy politicians, or just simply disagreements or patriots or whatever you want to call it. But the point is, there really was no bad guy in World War I. Sorry about that, I was just pulling up my sleeve. But yeah, as I was saying, there really was no bad guy in World War I, and there was no discrimination against Jews or people of other races. In fact, the French were really accepting of the black American soldiers, so that was pretty cool. I'm not sure how the Germans took it, but I don't think there was very few African Americans in Germany at the time, but and I'm not sure how they took it with them, but I've seen a few pictures. But anyways, we are going off the subject. Let's get to it and review all this cool stuff. So this is my officer's uniform. I've never been near one. I've seen a few in a museum. As you can see, it's got red piping. Goes lovely on the neck. This is not uncomfortable, so honestly I could wear this without a cuffed shirt on the neck, you know what I'm saying? I can honestly just wear this bare skin under, but I'd rather not, because I don't want to sweat the inside and stink it up with my natural odors. I am sorry about that. Anyways, as you can see real close, we got the whole little Prussian symbol. It's got a freaking crown for like royalty, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. It's got this lovely red piping here. Here it goes, button goes through there. We got a whole bunch of buttons, a whole bunch of lovely, beautiful golden buttons. As you can see, this is kind of like a breastplate. It's really cool. Over here, more buttons, and they open up, and it's nice. Basically like a suit type of feeling. I don't want to open it because there's a crazy amount of buttons, and it's very secure, you know what I'm saying? Over here we have the cuffs. Again, we have the button with the crown in it, Prussian symbol. Red piping here. I really love the red piping. Over here we got the other cuff. We got the red piping going all up in the arm, so that's very beautiful. I'm just obsessed with the red piping. That's why I like the Panzer uniform so much for World War II. Over here we have pockets that actually lead somewhere, so the pockets work. It's good stuff. You can put stuff in there, your cigar, you smoke, your chocolate. I don't know what you're into, man. Over here, another pocket leads somewhere. If you want, oh, of course, these are not World War I shoulder boards. These are not World War II either. I actually bought a whole bunch of shoulder boards for like about $16. And it came with like 10 shoulder boards, pairs, tied up. And they're actually post-war, I believe, post-World War II. But they get the job done for now. So yeah, I'll get that fixed soon, but meanwhile this will have to do. And I got it green so it could go with the cap, but I'll get to the cap later. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the back. Meanwhile, look at the cap or something while I turn this around with one arm. One arm holding the camera. Oh, by the way, don't worry about the music. This is free copyright music, so I won't get strike down or monetized or whatever they call it. What's it called? Copyrighted. So over here, red piping continues. Very beautiful. I love the turn here. And oh, lovely buttons, lovely buttons. I like this whole thing, this whole design here. It just gives it a really what do you want to call it, really royal look type of, makes you feel kind of like a prince slash emperor, you know. Just very lovely. You know what, guys, I'll probably get funny looks, but no doubt I am wearing this on a regular day. Very beautiful, red piping and all. Look at that. And it splits open here too, so like, you know, you want to take a seat on the toilet, you know, you flip these open, you got your bum out, and you sit down, son. So we're gonna flip it back down, and we're gonna discuss the other items I have. Give it a second. Oi, 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 oi. Alright. Oh, by the way, this is made out of gabardine, not wool. Usually most German uniforms, World War I, World War II, are made out of wool. Because I had a friend that was German, and she would tell me that Germany was really similar to Seattle. And I have been to Seattle. And Seattle, even the summers, it's always cold. You know, you'll have probably the hottest it'll get is 75 degrees. But in the night, like, it's always going to be cold, and winters are even colder. So wool is super popular in Germany for that reason. It's also by the very close to the ocean, so yeah, and it's really up northern Europe, so that's a pretty cold place. But yeah, this is good for more warmer days, I guess. You know, you don't want to sweat in it. And wool, I mean, the wool during the summer is just terrifying. It's horrible. It's a itchy, warm, sweaty feeling. It's just disgusting. But anyways, over here we have our Schuttzen cap. Yes, that's right, Schuttzen, similar to the German Jaeger Corps, or I believe the Austrians also had Jaeger Corps. Is it Jaeger or Jagger? Please do feel free to correct me. As you can see, it's got the green piping on it. Unfortunately, it did receive a little bit of damage during the shipping, because the bundle was literally packed, dude. It was just bundled in there, and the cap was just jammed in there. So I had to do a little bit of adjustments, fold it, like hand fold it myself. As you can see, a little bit crooked on the top, but I fixed it as best I can. Over here, got a little flipple right there on the top. It looks quite lovely, gives you a very dominant look. And the chin strap is actually functioning. You can put that on your chin. It's a little loose here, so I wouldn't do that, but yeah, most troops didn't really use the chin strap. It's more for looks. Over here, oh, my bad. Got the sizing, in case you're wondering why I put that tape there, it's because they put really hard tape to put the, what do you call it, the pins, the little World War I pins that go on the cap, and it stayed sticky. So when I tried this cap on for the first time, I just jammed my head in there, and man, I lost about 3 hairs there. So yeah, I put this tape just in case. You know, so I won't get my hair jammed there and get some bald spots on me, and that's not good. But anyways, in case you're wondering what the Schützen are, what the Schützen is, they were basically light infantry skirmishers, right? And they were, like I said, similar to the Jaeger Corps. Schützen also meant to guard or protect, or Schützen, it meant like something like that. It was like a translation. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of research. They were formed in 1787 as they were picked like 10 out of many battalions, and 8 or 10. But basically, they wanted the best of the best. So like they want real deal people, and they were trained for skirmishing and basically disorganizing the enemy, attacking when least expected. You know, kind of cause chaos, or just, you know, kind of like a hokey pokey, you know, you poke and then go back, you know. That's basically what skirmishing is. I kind of suck at explaining, but yeah, they were trained to disrupt the enemy and stuff during operations and stuff, so they could slow them down. And eventually, through the war, through time, they started recruiting sharpshooters, which is basically snipers of back then. Back then there wasn't many snipers. Scopes were really unreliable, and well, it was just really rare. So most sharpshooters would use iron sight, basically like Samoa Haya, but he was the Winter War, somewhere in the late 1930s. But yeah, we're not talking about that guy. We're talking about World War I right now. So They're also one of the first divisions to receive carbines, which is a shorter version of basically your standard rifle at the time. And they were trained to kill basically officers or NCOs, anything that looked important. They would just shoot at it and then go away. And then the infantry, not having any officers, they're not going to know what to do. So, you know, these guys, the Schuttzen, quite effective battalion, and they're pretty cool. And they still exist today, except they're called by a different name. They started Bundeswehr, something like that. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. I don't speak German. I speak a word here and there, but yeah, that's about it. But anyways, back to the uniform. This is the cap, right? And it came with these buttons, and that's what was taped to the top of the cap that I told you earlier that was getting my hair ripped off. But yeah, these are very beautiful, very detailed, and they go on the cap, and they look really futuristic, almost like Megatron's nipples or something. But they would go one right here and the other up here, somewhere there. But I'm gonna look up pictures and videos of World War I troops in uniform, just so I could get it right. You know, I don't want to make any mistakes. Over here we have the Pour le Mérite, or Blue Max for easier, because I can't pronounce it. This was rewarded for extraordinary performance in the battlefield, or even in civilian cases. Erwin Rommel actually earned one of these. Who else? Is it von Hotzendorf, or... well, I forgot his name, but one of the most well-known people, best generals of World War II, and one of the greatest soldiers of World War I was Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, and he even wore this during World War II, and it's very beautiful. And this one actually has real gold in it, so it's quite lovely. It's got a crown and the eagle here that's on the German Imperial flag, so that's quite lovely. We're gonna go ahead and put that here. And over here we have our British World War I putties. Now I know what you're thinking, why British? But you know, I've seen a lot of German soldiers capture items from British enemies and stuff, and even the Germans had their own version of putties, but I wouldn't doubt it if they would use British putties when theirs were used up. And well, if it's not going to be the putties, then it's most likely going to be those knee boots over there. You see them? They're quite lovely. That bag over there on the left is where they came, so it's a really small bag, and everything was packed into there. And that's why my cap came so folded up and dented. It's still a little bit messed up, but you know, it doesn't look as bad as it was earlier. But yeah, I'm going to be wearing those putties, and unfortunately I do not have the correct ankle boots, but these will have these will have to get the job done for now. But yeah, they look quite lovely, and they do right. But yeah, the knee boots are gonna have to do, or the putties. But I'm more of a putties guy. I guess putties and the ankle boots are more comfortable. And for the trousers, I'm gonna use SS World War II SS trousers, because they're extremely similar anyways. And I mean, you know, I know what you're thinking, like, hey, come on, keep it historically accurate. But the thing is, guys, I'm not made out of money, so that's going to be a pickle. And plus, I'm not a big fan of wool trousers. So, yeah, you know, I have to take it to the cleaners or whatever. And, you know, it's just not going to be a good thing for me. It's just going to make life really expensive. And this YouTube channel is barely starting out, so give me some time. But anyways, guys, I think that is all I have to show for today. I did order more with this bundle, and that's why the bag was so packed. But I think that's it. Anyways, I don't please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at super_poopie, and I think that's all I have to say. So I love you guys, and expect pictures soon on Instagram, and more videos of me modeling in all my awesome uniforms. Thank you.